In this video, I want to have a look at problems that involve equations. So when we're given a worded problem, we can often write an equation that represents the situation and then solve it to help us solve our problem. So our first example says a rectangle is 5 centimeters longer than it is wide. The perimeter of the rectangle is 22 centimeters, and we're asked to find the dimensions of the rectangle. So if we draw a diagram first, let's draw a rectangle. And it says it's 5 centimeters longer than it is wide. So we don't know how wide it is, so let's just pick a letter, maybe W. For wide you could pick X, you could pick any letter you wanted. But if we say it's W centimeters wide, and we know it's 5 centimeters longer than that, so 5 centimeters longer than whatever W is would be W plus 5. So we know that these two short sides are W centimeters long, and these two long ones are W plus 5 centimeters long. And we're also told that the perimeter of the rectangle is 22. So the perimeter is the whole way around the edge. So if we did W plus W plus W plus 5 plus W plus 5, all that's going to equal 22. So now we can collect all our like terms. So we've got 4 W's there. And we've got 5 plus 5, which gives us 10. And that's equal to 22. Now it's looking more like an equation that we're used to, so we can go through and solve it. So to get rid of that plus 10, we can subtract 10 from both sides. And we'd have 4W equals 12. And then to get W on its own, we're going to divide by 4. So we would end up with W equals 3. So that's telling us that our rectangle is 3 centimeters wide. But we're asked to find both dimensions, so we also have to find the length. So if W is 3, then the length is going to be W plus 5, so 3 plus 5, which is 8. Now the last thing is, because it was a worded question, we're going to give it as a worded answer. So therefore, dimensions are 3 centimeters wide, 8 centimeters long. All right, let's have a look at our next question. So someone says the sum of 3 consecutive integers is 174. Find the integers. So that word consecutive means in a row. So numbers like 3, 4, 5 are consecutive numbers because they're in a row, or 24, 25, 26. So consecutive integers, and integers are just whole numbers. So 3 whole numbers in a row add up to, because sum is 74. So if we said our first number, let's call that X. Then the next number along would be X plus 1. So the second number is X plus 1. And the third number, we're going to have to go up one more, so that one's going to be X plus 2. So there are 3 consecutive integers, and we know that they sum to 174. So we're going to go X plus 1 plus X plus 2, and we're going to get an answer of 174. So now we'll go through and simplify again by collecting like terms. So we've got 3 X's there. And we've got that 1 plus 2, so we've got 3x plus 3 equals 174. Now we'll subtract 3 from both sides to get rid of that. And we have 3x equals 171. And then we're going to divide by 3. We'll have x equals 171 divided by 3, 57. So that's telling us the first part of our answer. That x is our first number. Then we can find the other ones as well. So our numbers are 57, and then we had the next two numbers. So we also had 58 and 59. And you can just check that by going 57 plus 58 plus 59, and you get 174. Now let's have a look at one more example. So this one says Kate is 6 years older than Meg. In 2 years, the sum of their ages will be 30. how old are they now? So in this question, I'm going to start off to finding Meg's age 2 years from now, and then we can work backwards to find out what age both the girls are now. So Meg's age in 2 years. And let's call that capital A. You can call it whatever you like. So if we say in 2 years, she's going to be A years old. We're also told that Kate is 6 years older than Meg. So that means that Kate's age in 2 years will be A plus 6. So however old Meg is plus 6 years. And we know that in those 2 years, so 2 years from now, when they're this age, the sum of their ages will be 30. So that means we've got A plus 6 is equal to 30. So then we can simplify that to 2A plus 6 is equal to 30. We'll subtract 6 from both sides. So we'll have 2A is equal to 24. And then divide by 2. So we'll have A equals 12. So this is telling us that 2 years from now, Meg is going to be 12. But we want to know how old they are now. So that means that Meg's current age is going to be 2 years younger than this. So we're going to write Meg's current age is 10 years old. We also need Kate's current age. So right now Meg's 10 years old and we know that Kate's 6 years older. So that means that Kate's current age is 16. Right, so those are a few examples of how we can use equations to help us solve problems.